Well, here's all the stuff that I know about this car that you were asking about. No, the engine is not a oily mess. Actually, this is where I park it, and you can see that there's just nothing, no black oil marks or anything. So it's an old car. It's never been restored, so you're gonna have, maybe a power steering leak or something. But as you can see, there's no rust anywhere like there are on e-bodies and whatnot. They'll rust around the hood hinges. This has been replaced before I got it. It's supposed to have a vacuum operated, and they had a cable running inside. I took it off because it just didn't look right. So depending on the temperatures, I just got this little zip tie and I hooked that in for air conditioning and I unhook it for heat. So if you want to trace the vacuum problem and get the original one, that's fine. I don't drive this car a lot. I just bought it because it was close to where I lived and I thought it was pretty cool. I had never seen one going up and down the road as a kid. And I've always liked Mopars, so the heater valve is one thing. I would say this probably doesn't have the best exhaust system in the world, but it's good. I'm sure it could be updated if you wanted it to. You can see on the front spoiler there, valance. It's got some little surface rust showing. Like I said, that kind of stuff doesn't bother me. Means it's original. I'll let somebody else start restoring it, painting it, whatever they feel the need. As you can see, the oil filter. Usually on old cars, the K member and everything is just an absolute grungy mess. But on this car, it's really not. Has it ever had seals, oil pan gaskets? I couldn't tell you. You can see a little seepage there. See down the frame rails. This car has no rust. There's nothing wrong or even worth videotaping underneath this car. It's like brand new metal undercoating. It hasn't been stump jumped like most of the cars I've seen. You ought to see underneath my Challenger. It looked like it was a Dukes of Hazzard car. But there's a little something weird on the exhaust. I'm not sure what they did there. Kind of comes forward and is capped off. But the other side's normal. I thought about $400 exhaust system, but I thought, why? Obviously the headlight is open electronically. All that works. You asked about the chrome. It is pretty much flawless. You'll see some bugs there that hasn't been cleaned. Between November and May, my backyard is pretty swampy, so I never even get it out in those months. Original battery hold down. That could all be cleaned up if you wanted to. It's very dry at the power steering input there. I would probably get rid of those orange spark plug wires. I don't know why people did that. But like I said, I have the original date coated spark plug wires that came with the car. Like I said, that's my unsilenced 340 air filter. It will not be going. I have the proper flex fan and clutch. It was making noise, and when I do drive a car, I don't want it breaking down for something stupid. So a new flex fan and spacer, best way to go. Like I said, the AC works. All of it's not that aftermarket stuff. And that's not saying that's never been replaced or updated, but if it was, it would have been something that you bought as a factory replacement. It's going to be hard to see, but there's one little dent right there in the right front fender. I don't know if it's more of a ding than a dent. Still got the stickers on the Sport Fury running lights there. These wheels are excellent. They're actually supposed to be painted an almond or whatever in this area, but that was all faded and stuff when I got it, so I stripped it off and had nice chrome under there. So chrome on the mirrors, all the window chrome is excellent. All the window fuzzies, you could probably not find one nicer. All the seals are still soft. Spare tire. I don't think the wing nut's ever been unscrewed. The tires never touched the ground. All factory coatings, everything in here. You see original pieces of tape and things. I mean, you just don't run across cars like this very often. Here's the little issue with the license plate. I'm not sure what they did, if they got it hung on something or they were prying on it, but it's not bent or distorted, it's just had the paint scratched. Rear bumper, excellent, no dings, it's never been backed into anything. The lights are not spiderweb, cracked, broke, faded, all original screws. Underneath the trunk is just brand spanking new. It's not molded, it's not repainted, it's just amazing. Factory sticker. No rust there. You got these little bitty surface rust, if you will, On the back window, once again, excellent chrome. Never been polished, taken off. It's just all original. Air temp. This is the nicest glass I've ever seen on a car. It is not scratched. There's not a ton of watermarks. A little bit of wear on the passenger side. Probably locked their keys in it one time and did that clothes hanger reach around to get to the old-timey locks. Door handle chrome, perfect. And the other thing, Grandma had a little issue right here. It's actually a crease that runs all the way down the door. Kind of goes away where the door and fender meet and then picks up just a little bit more right there. That's at the bottom of the door, the passenger side. And then must have been something on that side of the where Grandma parked the car. There's one on the right front fender, right between the molding and the body line. So those are pretty much the things that I know about the car. Like I said, they don't bother me. Lay down here and look under the car. I don't know what you'll be able to see, but it's all just perfect metal. There's no rust. Factory undercoating's hardly even dirty compared to most old car standards. And this is why I want to get what I want out of the car. If I don't get it, then I won't sell it. 5 years from now or less, this will be a $20,000 car because there aren't any of them. You can go to YouTube and look up Chargers, Roadrunners, Cudas, Challengers, and hundreds of videos come up. You'll get a handful on these kind of cars. None of the glass has ever been replaced. It's got all the factory marks on them. All the blinkers work. So, the factory hood padding, seen better days, but hey, still there. The radiator cowl seal. This thing had service stickers everywhere. So whoever had it really loved it, because they were of course I could have ripped all those off and made it look prettier, but like I said, are you gonna find a car that still got all these stuck on here from years past? Still see the factory weather stripping glue. I mean, they used to slap these things together. Everybody knows that. Original carpet. That's like the only hole that's through. can see that the brake pedal is not all wore on one side like they are on a high mileage car. Never been wrecked. Every piece of plastic in the interior is pretty much perfect. All the lights work. Now on the dimmer, when you're running down the road, sometimes you have to touch it to get the lights come back on. It needs rebuilt, or you know, the little eccentric in there or whatever wore out for some reason. That's a rare light right there. Usually they're broke. That little metal piece is gone. Sun visors are perfect. Seat belts are immaculate. I don't know where you'll find an old car. If I was smart, I'd take these out and put them in my 70 Roadrunner. It would be the correct date, style, and everything, but I wouldn't do that. The car's too nice for anything like that. Well, that's it. The only other thing you can do is come by it or come look at it.